This week on the Spotlight, we're going to have another great time. Robin Ventura, the White Sox manager, speaks out. And then we're going to have the general manager, Rick Hahn, telling his theories about baseball. And I think that's about it, just baseball. And then we go to Jack Desmond's in Chicago Ridge. Fans play trivia. They seem to have a good time with it. And we talked to some Blackhawk fans, too. And they're talking about their premier team this week. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. It's the 25th year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. Jack Desmond's Irish Pub has Benkowski Trivia Wednesday, April 3rd at 7:30 p.m. $10 domestic buckets on Wednesday. Easy to reach at 10339 South Ridgeland. Come see me at Jack Desmond's Irish Pub. Want to get a haircut from a great hairstylist? Call mine, Rose Murillo, 312-726-2201. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Demitas is a great coffee shop. When I'm a little bit sleepy, I race to Demitas Coffee Shop for a lift. 1066 West Taylor. Breakfast, lunches, mochas, lattes, cappuccino, tea, baked goods, superb French toast, great chicken salad. Open Tuesday through Sunday. I can't say any more about Demitas Coffee Shop.
Hi, my name is Rose, and I've been a skilled hairstylist for over 10 years. I specialize in men's haircuts and in corrective color. Come visit me at Salon 203 at 203 North LaSalle, 312-726-2201. And while you're at it, come in and get a shoe shine and a shave. It's a great place where a man can be a man.
You ought to try Sam & Sons Jewelers like I have. Custom-made jewelry. You can buy it, sell it to them, trade it, they'll repair it. Certified loose diamonds and gemstones at 10640 South Cicero. Great people to do business with. Sam & Sons Jewelers, 106th and Cicero. Great food awaits you at Ignat's Ristorante, 2421 South Oakley in the old little Italian neighborhood. Chicken Vesuvio and Cacciatore, steak Isabella veal Parmesan, Chicago's best time out, Chicago Magazine, 190 North, all say, get to Ignat's Restaurant, 24th and Oakley. We're back on the Spotlight. It's time to talk to Robin Ventura. It was a sad ending to the season. The last couple weeks didn't go well, but Robin doesn't want to dwell on that. He wants to talk about the positives from 2012.
You could have won, but again, you're starting over, and you have to, work your way back, and it's slow and it's long to be able to get back to that spot. So I don't want guys focusing on just what happened in the last 2 weeks. Let's just think about the first part when we get going.
Is there a single biggest thing that you learned about Major League managing that you're retaining and using to your advantage in 2013?
You learn every day. I think even now it's still different. Anytime you think you know everything, you're going to fall behind. So and that goes with most things, not just with managing. It's kind of like parenting. So you just continue to grow and listen. I think one thing is become a pretty good listener. So again, like parenting.
Is there a certain point that you felt that players looked at you any differently that okay, this is management?
I don't think I spent a whole lot of time, worrying about that. I think even from the moment you get to spring training, you're ready to go. And as a coach, as a manager and a coaching staff, we had a plan already. So it wasn't. I think if I would have stood around and thought, I don't know what we should be doing right now, that probably would have happened. But we were ready to go, and I think again we're already ready to go. We have a plan that we've already got our schedule made out for this spring and ready to go and get to it.
How's your relationship with Rick a bit now? It's more closer, and is Kenny kind of out of the picture a little bit?
Yeah, but I mean, I dealt with Rick last year, so it's not like it's a new person that I'm unfamiliar with, or he's unfamiliar with me. There was a lot of communication last year when we had guys get hurt. I'm always dealing with Rick and Kenny. This year it's going to be more so with Rick, but we're always discussing different things that's going on during the year. If guys get hurt, who we're going to bring in, who we're going to use.
If there's any style difference in your 2013 play from 2012, what would it be?
My style?
No, I mean the team style.
Oh, that's yet to be seen. I mean, we have a lot of the same players, but we're just hoping you get about 10 or 15 more wins. I mean, that's really what you're shooting for. But I expect guys to have as good or even better years than they had last year. I don't look at it as the glass half empty.
How different is Rick from Kenny? Rick was kind of talking about that, how they complement each other, they see the world differently.
They do. But I mean, for me, it's not different. I don't sit there and have to, prepare differently to have a conversation with them. It's just I know they have different views, but they are going to use it together. So they still communicate, and it's still, that way when they deal with me. They come in and we'll have conversations just like we have in the past. What comes out of that might be different this year, but I'm very comfortable with the communication that goes on going into the season, knowing that Rick's the GM.
Looking forward, what does the team need to do to get those extra 10, 15 wins?
Well, I hope we get to that spot again, and then just play better. I think guys stay healthy. We're going to have a better shot. I mean, we didn't have John Danks for most of the year. We were missing a few pieces that would be nice to have for us for the whole year.
What kind of pressure will Tyler Flowers feel, and what kind of leash will he be on in terms of, if he's not hitting with the way maybe you guys expect?
Well, I'm not worried about putting him on a leash. So I have confidence in him that he's going to come in and be able to do the job. He's already played a lot this year. He didn't get a lot of consistent play over a course of time, but he played enough for me to look at him and the coaching staff for us to feel confident in him.
I think a big part of that might be his handling of the pitchers. It seemed like everybody was quite happy with that.
Oh yeah, no, he can handle pitchers. That's not the issue. I think people are more concerned offensively, but for me, he didn't get enough at bats to really get a fair look at what he can do offensively. So
I kind of remember, and I guess maybe I'm one of the few that remember your early days with the White Sox as a player, but you went through a kind of a really rough stretch, I think, your rookie year, and so it seems like you might be a little more sensitive and understanding of such a thing.
Yeah, I have a little more patience maybe than the normal guy of understanding that. So, again, we're going to see how it goes. I don't have any plan for him. It's just he's going to play. I know that.
I told Robin 25 years on this show, and here's what Robin said to me.
So congratulations on 25 years. Hope you get another 25.
Wow, that's frightening. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. You've got to get to Kelly's Tavern. You'll have a good time. I'm cracking up thinking about it. Benkowski Trivia, 44th and Wallace, Friday, February 15th, and again, Friday, March 1st at 8 p.m. Come out and play. Bring your friends. It's fun. Kelly's Tavern, 44th and Wallace. See you over there. McKell's Inn, where good friends meet for a cool one. 3259 West 111th Street, just west of Kedzie. Tuesdays and Thursdays, they have $1.50 domestic bottles, $4 Guinness every day. Great people, great staff, and trivia switches to Monday nights starting January 14th. You don't want to miss that. At McKell's Inn, 3259 West 111th Street in Mount Greenwood. Bring your car to Quick Stop Muffler and Brake at 95th and Pulaski, and they'll fix it right. They also do shocks and struts, free estimates? Call them at 708-423-3700. They're very thorough in their work, and they have very competitive pricing. Quick Stop Muffler and Brake, 95th and Pulaski. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. General Manager Rick Hahn acquiring players, including reliever Matt Lindstrom, and he's proud to talk about the attributes of that player.
Matty has a history of closing, which is nice if needed, called upon for that role, and obviously fits the profile of what we were looking for in terms of a nice power arm with some sink, keeps the ball on the ground, and keeps the ball in the park. So it turned out to be a nice fit for us. Yeah, we're still actively looking for something that provides us with an upgrade, but we're not going to make a move for a left-handed bat simply because it's a left-handed bat. And historically, our right-handed hitters, especially Paulie and Rios, and prior to last season, Alexei, have hit right-handed pitching fairly well. For the guys who struggled last year, such as Viciedo, we expect improvement out of him, and if it doesn't occur, we obviously have left-handed bats and Danks or Dwayne Wise to step in. Keppinger historically as well has hit right-handed pitching well. So if there's the right fit, we'll make that move, and we continue to have some preliminary talks along those lines. But again, we're not going to make a move just because it looks good in January to say we addressed a perceived need, when in reality, we know that we probably haven't gotten ourselves better for the stretch. Well, it does, but again, it's about how we match up against them given the right-handed hitters we have. We also don't play Detroit until July, so if it turns out to be a more pronounced need, just as it was last season in terms of third base or going out and getting Brett Myers or Liriano, we'll be able to ideally adapt to it on the fly. But based on the pool that's available right now, we don't see that upgrade there. If you look at what's happened thus far this offseason, you have not seen a lot of premium left-handed bats, perhaps with the exception of Josh Hamilton, change teams. We've certainly had a number of conversations about it, but again, we're not going to force the fit just to make the move.
Rick, when you study the Lions' performance on base percentage of runs and scoring position, a lot of guys have kind of substandard years for their standards. What do you think is going to make? Does he only have to come with a bit, or to improve these things you got to maybe get one or two new places in place?
We think there's room for growth internally. I mean, look, Alexei Ramirez is a couple years removed from being a Silver Slugger shortstop. We certainly think there's offensive upside there. Gordon Beckham, we've had this conversation before, but there's been some specific and tangible adjustments made in his swing by Robin and Jeff Manto in early August that we think he's responded to well. So we think there's room for improvement internally. We think Keppinger is going to help that issue as well. We think Tyler is going to get on base at a decent clip additionally. So it's something we're cognizant of. It's something we entered this offseason as being a priority in terms of how the offense was going to work. But again, we do think there is room for improvement on a couple of our guys that hopefully will follow through on that here.
What's the perception of White Sox fans for the offseason? Are you sensitive to that?
Am I sensitive to it? Probably not. Am I aware of it? Absolutely. I mean, fundamentally, all of us in my department or our department are fans. So we understand a reaction to a move or a lack of a move. The decision, perfect example, is the decision not to bring back AJ. All of us react to that on a fan level. All the guys from 05 hold a special place in our heart. Got excited last year to see Cliff Polite or talk to Neil Kotz. All those guys will always have a special spot for each of us. Not to mention a guy like AJ, who was with us for 8 years and had a tremendous amount of success. So all of us, I think, have that fan reaction when he winds up somewhere else. Ultimately, though, it's on us to do what we feel is best in terms of maximizing wins over a longer period of time than responding emotionally or with sentimentality. It's something we're aware of, but it's not going to be something that ultimately drives decision making as much as what we feel is going to maximize our wins.
What's another chance you bring a veteran catcher spring training facility?
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Little Frank's Pizzeria and Bar. Thursday, $1.50 Miller Old Style. And of course, my trivia games alternate Thursdays. The next one, March 28th, 8 p.m. You know they have $12 large pizza and pitcher all day, every day? Easy to reach at 79th and Narragansett. Check out Little Frank's. You'll be glad you did. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Amelia's Bar and Grill at 46th and Halston. Open for lunch and dinner daily, private parties and catering, a unique mixture of fine dining and Mexican specialties brought to you by Chef Eusebio Garcia. The last meal I had there, spectacular shrimp, appetizers, and a chocolate dessert out of this world. Amelia's, 46th and Halston. Okay, welcome back to the Spotlight. And for those of you who are unaccustomed here to being on my show, and this is our first taping here, we're at Jack Desmond's, right here on Ridgeland Avenue in Chicago Ridge. And we're doing our trivia game. And then, I don't know the sequence of how it will appear on television. You may have already seen some Blackhawk fans, but at some point, Blackhawk fans will be talking about the Hawks in this show. Yes. But right now we're doing trivia. And so we have 4 teams, the first of which is Sam passed, because Sam passed her nursing test. The 3 topics that we'll start this game with, wow, listen to your fans. All right, the 3 topics. How polite. God, this is like the top 2 most polite places I work at. We have St. Joseph's Day sports. March 19th was St. Joseph's Day, so all these athletes are named Joe. Movies of 2000s, and then, I don't know how I came up with this, but Sean Paul and Other Pauls. It's a musical thing. All right, so, Sam passed. It's Joe's, Sean's and Paul's, or movies of the 2000s. What would you like?
Music movies.
Movies of the 2000s?
Yeah.
All right, she directed the 2009 film The Hurt Locker. Initials KB. 5 seconds.
Katie Burns.
Katie Burns. The Katie could work. I would have accepted that if you had the right last name, but let's move on to...
Wait, you're not going to tell us the right answer?
Moose Knuckles has a try.
Oh.
Moose Knuckles?
Come on, Moose Knuckles.
All you need is the last name. 5 seconds. No half points. Thanks for asking, though. It's good that we established that early. What'd you say? That's not it. We go to Scrapple. Looking for Bauer. Not seeing the Bauer. And let's whip over to, we're still here. They said Catherine Bigelow, and they're correct. It's Bigelow. Pretty sure she won a big award for that. All right, so they have 50. They're on the board. And let's keep note of the time so we know how long our segment is. Yes, we can do that? Okay. Sam passed. Movies of the 2000s. Athletes named Joe or Sean Paul and other Pauls.
Sean Paul.
Sean Paul. In 2006, Sean Paul had a one-word hit that began with T. Not saying if it was Fahrenheit or centigrade. Temperature is correct. How did you think of it? How did you do it? All right, Sam passed, 50. Well, I know they have nurses on this team, so they're very astute about temperature. All right, Moose Knuckles. You got your Joe Sports, your Sean Paul and other Pauls, and movies of the 2000s.
Joe Sports?
You might know him as quarterback of the Ravens. Joe Flacco. They're smiling because they're like, hey, we knew that. All right, Scrapple. You may select now. Movies. I think you will like this. It's 60 points free. They're completely free. Okay, good? All right. They're not that happy, though. I thought they'd be happier. Why did you get it? Because you hit the lucky square. And we'll have more trivia from Jack Desmonds next week on the Spotlight, and we'll be back after these messages.
I eat the pasta twice just...
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people. Have a tremendous time. At Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine, you'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's.
Albo's Sandwich Shop is new. They got good stuff. Open 11 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Italian beef, sausage, meatball, steak sandwiches, parmesan, soups, Italian subs, salads. At 6316 Archer, right around Mobile. Albo's Sandwich Shop. Really good stuff. Swanson's Deli, Beverly Ritz Catering. Homemade soups and salads, fresh sandwiches, eat in or take out. Daily specials for lunch or dinner, and home of the famous cheese ball at 2414 West 103rd Street at Western. You've got to get there, and their catering serves any size. Swanson's Deli, Beverly Ritz Catering, 2414 West 103rd Street at Western in Chicago. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia, Monday, April 8th at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. We're back on the Spotlight. We're at Jack Desmonds, 104th and Ridgeland. Hawk fans are big time. We're taking a little break in trivia so we can find out their thoughts. All right, tell us your name, your accomplishment of the day, and then who you like on the Hawks.
My name is Samantha. I passed my RN comprehensive exam today.
Congratulations.
And I love Taze.
All right. She likes the captain. Captain Sirius fan, vote number 1. All right, let's find out if that trend continues. Say your name and your favorite Hawk.
My name's Melissa, and my favorite Hawk is Kane.
Okay. Got a Patrick Kane vote. I got a feeling they're going to be the top 2 vote getters. Do either of you remember where you were in 2010 when the Hawks clinched?
Yes, I was at Bobby McGee's.
Okay. I heard of that. Over on Harlem Avenue?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I know of it. The owners here may have me clip that out, but I know that bar. Because I'm getting paid by these guys. Okay. Do you know where you were?
I was in nursing school.
Oh, okay. But you were glad they won.
Probably not watching the game because I was studying.
Okay. But the next day you were happy what you heard.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
100%.
All right. Let's continue our journey with Hawk fans. So Hawk fans are over at the bar as well. Let's find out what they're thinking. Tell us your name and what you think about this unbelievable season.
My name is Josh, and it's incredible what they're doing. It was a nice run, but comes to an end. If they don't win the cup, it's all for naught.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a little bit of time between now and the cup. Are you going to try to savor each game?
Yeah, but more excited for the cup.
Okay.
It's my only focus. That's what their focus, too.
All right, well, that's a high standard, but that's what happens when you get off to the kind of start they did. Expectations are high. Okay, this segment has a few more Hawk fans. They're going to tell us their brief life story. Tell us your name and who you like on these Blackhawks.
My name's Sarah Kelly. I like Kane and Taze.
Okay. Oh, okay, a double whammy vote. Those are the highest vote getters so far. All right, tell us your name and who you like.
My name is Jackie, and I like Kane and Taze too, but I'm going to go with Kane because he's a fellow Scorpio. So he's my guy.
Wow, well, that's some deep study on the team to know their sign. I'm going to have to look that up and find out if there's any Geminis.
No, because he was born a day before me.
I'm a Gemini.
Same here.
You are?
Yeah, but I don't know who's a Gemini.
Oh, well, we'll look it up together shortly. What day's your birthday?
June 17th.
May 28th. All right. All right, we'll look up the Gemini Hawks and have a report for you shortly. So we wrap up this section by identifying the champions. They're called We're Still Here. They've played at a couple different locations. Tell us your name and your thoughts on the game.
My name's Rick, and I think you do a nice job of, Benkowski does a nice job of trivia. It's a nice game. It's different than most of the games we've seen. So we really enjoy it. We followed him to about 3 different...
A very important person here is my boss. She's going to introduce herself now and tell you what are some of the great things about Wednesday night trivia. Tell everybody who you are.
My name is Rebecca, and...
Why should people come to trivia?
Because it's really fun. Pat does a really good job of bringing everybody together and making it a fun night.
And who sang?
Drink specials.
Oh, yeah. Who sang the Macarena?
Los Diab. I don't know. Who?
Well, as we rehearsed, Los Del Rio. And who are the craziest fans this time of year?
The Irish, Anelka.
Okay. And so, if you know anybody that was ever Irish, or if you like the Blackhawks, or if you like the Bulls, or the Sox, or the Cubs, whoever, come in and we'll treat you right, eh?
Yes, we will.
And the food's good, too. Got a favorite menu item?
The burgers are really good. We get the meat from Jack and Pat's down the street. They're a big hit.
Yeah. All right, so those are all the reasons. Just a few of them, actually. There's many more. Come in and you'll see what we're talking about.
This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch, very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.